Hi, everyone. Welcome to Two Women Talking. It's Natalie and Sarah with you today, and we have a great subject that I think will be very helpful for people. So basically what Two Women Talking is all about is to help women keep life simple, because women, we can just go in 10 different directions. We're very good at multitasking. Sometimes we can go down different rabbit holes and then get overwhelmed easily. So we're just trying to sift through a lot of information and give it to you straight so it helps to keep your life simple. So first off, Nat, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'd love to. Hi, my name is Natalie Stratton, and I am the creator and founder of Create a Beautiful Life. I take women to beautiful destinations and do experiential work. In fact, today we're going to be talking a little bit about one of the exercises I do in really in depth in the retreat. I'm a mother of 3 kids. I also am, I wear many hats. I'm not going to get into them. So check me out, nataliestratton.com. Just did a new website.
And it's beautiful. I love your new website. I'm Sarah DeCiccio. I'm a certified holistic health coach. I'm a wife, mom of 2, and my passion is absolutely all about health and gut health especially, because all diseases begin in the gut. So if you want to learn more about me or some of my programs that I run, or if you'd like to work with me, you can check out my website at www.findingyourwellspot.com. So today's topic, Nat, I'm really excited about, because when I first learned about it, it's called the victim triangle. I was actually quite shocked because I could identify myself being on the victim triangle, and now I'm happy to say I'm off of it. You can go back and forth, but explain more about what is the victim triangle.
Yeah, okay. So it's actually technically called Cartman's triangle. It's called drama triangle. It's called the victim triangle. I like the victim triangle because that's really what it is. There's 3 stages on the triangle. So think of an inverted triangle, okay? So the tip is at the bottom. That's where the victim is. That's where our victim is. I can fall into the victim, which is basically poor me. Something outside of myself is acting on me to cause a result I don't want. And then up to the left is the persecutor. And then up to the right is the rescuer. So those are the 3 roles on the triangle. So the persecutor, rescuer, and victim. So they all work together. You need to be I can be all 3 at different times in my thought process, or I can actually physically go through a process with another person where, they might be saying things about, you ever been in a good argument with someone and you're feeling like you're being persecuted and you're playing the victim, or they feel bad after persecuting you, they jump over and start rescuing you, and that feeling. So it's just a really it's a triangle where how we get on it is typically unmet expectations or unrealistic expectations, okay? So that's one of the easiest ways to get on there, when we assume somebody's going to do something for us and they don't, things like that. So unrealistic expectations. Poor boundaries. I work a lot with women around their boundaries, what they are, what they look like, what they feel like. So if you don't have, you say yes to everything, a lot of women I work with that are the yes women out there, that do too much for other people, typically are very angry underneath. They're very much the victim, and they're very much the persecutor. It doesn't take much to tip them into kind of getting really angry easily. And I know that you can feel their energy sometimes. They're just, they're the ones that gossip a lot. They're the ones that are trying to beat themselves up. That's what gossip is, which you're typically feeling pretty insecure, so you need to say something not so nice about someone else, or less than about somebody else, so that you feel better about yourself, things like that. So those people typically have poor boundaries. And I'm just looking for my photo here, I lost it. And then also avoiding and denying your feelings will get you on. So avoiding responsibility, avoiding making decisions, denying your feelings will create you getting onto the triangle. Okay, yeah, so that's what it is, how you get on it, what happens on it. So here's a great example. Let me give you an example. So I remember going into my daughter's room, getting really mad, basically persecuting her for not making her room clean, not cleaning up her room. She goes into victim, poor me, making all kinds of excuses, things like that. Then I leave and I've just finished, losing my cool. So I feel guilty. So what do? Go and clean her room.
Oh.
So what am I doing? I'm rescuing feeling of guilt that's going on because of the way I handled it.
Right.
You know, I have I may have the right to be not very happy with her because I'd asked her 40 times, but at the end of the day, I'm responsible for how I respond. Right? So going and cleaning the room isn't exactly teaching her the responsibility, right? So it's really a great example. That was one of my favorite examples, especially when my kids were young, of where I got on the triangle really easily.
I love that. And I love that you brought up boundaries, because I know I was really bad at setting up boundaries, and it took me a long time. It's not something that switches on, at least it didn't for me. It took me a long time of working on myself to even set the boundaries and then actually put them into place where I'm actually like, okay, no, this is my boundary. I've made the boundary. Now I'm going to follow through with the boundary. Yeah,
for sure. And I mean, boundaries are learned typically. So some parents have really jellyfish boundaries. Some parents have really strong boundaries, like very rigid boundaries, you know, and then there's people that are a little more balanced and, you know, they're flowing, they're pliable, they move. It's kind of like a rubber fence. You can, you know, it can expand, it can contract. So boundaries are very, very important. And that's another area that I do talk about in my Beautiful Life retreats is, you know, really understanding what they feel like, what they look like. Because most women, my experience has taught me, because I work mainly with women, is that when they set a boundary, they go onto the triangle because they feel guilty. Right? They feel like, oh my God, I just said no to being that volunteer and they really, really needed me. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And
all the time, it's terrible.
Yeah. And if you can't sit in that guilt, because that's the other key on the triangle is you got to be able to sit in the tension and the guilt. You will rescue yourself by going and, you know, probably saying yes, or say yes next time to kind of even the score sheet so that you feel better, which is really messed up. Pardon?
You're describing my life.
Well, I'm probably describing most young moms' lives because I've been there, done that. I mean, I've figured some things out over the years and done some work. So that's what I love to share. But what I love to do is make it real, make it experiential. So that's when, you know, I bring people physically together and we actually do some really cool work with some yarn, to be honest with you. It's a real feeling, aha experience that we do with each other that helps women really get it. Because I think that's the key. You have to experience. Words don't teach, experiences teach. So
that's true.
Yeah. So, but I encourage
Sorry, can you talk a little bit about when your retreat is for those who might be interested in maybe experiencing something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. My next one for this year is at Kingswold Retreat Center, which is absolutely a slice of heaven. It's northwest of Cochrane, so it's about an hour's drive out of Calgary, Alberta. It's October 13th to the 15th, so it starts on a Friday evening, ends on a Sunday afternoon. And you can totally learn more about the details. There's great testimonials, kind of what to expect, you know, on my website, which is just my name, nataliestratton.com. But it's for women to connect with their truth. I think in our crazy, chaotic, busy lives that we've created for ourselves, pretty much self-imposed, we don't make the space or the time to slow down and really ask ourselves the good questions. And I love watching your evolution, Sarah, because before we got on here, Sarah was talking about how good she's feeling and some of the areas that she's worked on and how it's just, you know, water off a duck's back. She's feeling freer, she's feeling more confident. And that's because she does the work. And I mean, that's because we're interacting a lot too, Sarah. You've learned a lot. Our teams, you know, there's a lot of powerful women on our team. So we're all rubbing off on each other. But, you know, it's so important to slow down as women and do the work, because not only for you, because we can't put ourselves first. That's just not the way it works, as a mom especially. But if you do decide to do it, think about this. Your kids you're going to be a better mom. You're going to be much more grounded in who you are. Your boundaries are going to get clearer. You're going to just feel better about yourself. You're probably going to start losing a bit of weight. Like, so many things happen when we get clear here and get centered. So that's what I like to do. I like to really support women in that journey to just be more of who they are.
Excellent. So again, if you want to check out more details on her retreat, head to our website, nataliestratton.com. Thanks, Nat, and we'll talk to everyone next week.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.